Chapter 14. Reincarnation with Lotus Flowers. Golden Haze Lad rushed into the cave. My fellow disciples floating about on the wind. He seems to be quite out of control. I don't know what's happened. Fairy Primordial immediately realized what had happened and hurried out of the cave. This is no place for you to stay, he told Neja's soul. It would be better for you to return to Chentang Pass. Visit your mother in a dream, and ask her to build a temple for you on Jade Screen Mountain, about 40 li from the pass. When you've been worshipped with incense and candles for 3 years, you'll be reincarnated into human form again, so that you can assist the Sage King to found the new dynasty. Go quickly and don't delay. Neja left Qiangyuan Mountain and went straight to Chentang Pass. In the early hours of the morning, he entered his parents' bed chamber and said, "Dear mother, I'm Neja. I'm dead now and have no place to rest my soul. Please take pity on me and build a temple for me on Jade Screen Mountain. If my soul is worshipped, I'll be able to go to heaven. Your kindness will be appreciated forever." Madame Yin woke startled from her sleep and wept bitterly. She told Li Jing all that had happened, but Li Jing was furious. "Why should you weep for him? Haven't you suffered enough because of Neja? It's often said that a dream is the product of the day's thinking. You must have been thinking of him during the day. You don't need to worry about it." Li Jing dismissed the dream lightly. Madame Yin didn't answer. But on the following night, she dreamed of Neja again, and yet again the third night. As soon as she closed her eyes, she saw Neja standing before her, making the same request. Neja had a fiery temper when he was alive, and had not changed after his death. After 5 or 6 days, Neja said roughly to his mother, "I've begged for several days already, yet you've completely ignored me. If you don't do as I ask, I'll trouble you all the time, making it impossible for the family to live in peace." After the last dream, Madame Yin didn't have the courage to tell Li Jing, but sent a trusted servant directly to Jade Screen Mountain to build a temple. The construction was finished in 10 months. It was a magnificent structure, surrounded by a high white wall. Fir and pine trees were planted both inside and out. Its vermilion gates were fixed with brass ring knockers, while the roofs were beautifully laid with blue-green tiles. Inside the main hall, Neja's image was seated on a pedestal of shining gold, while the silk curtains around it were embroidered with phoenixes and dragons. On either side of Neja stood the images of secretaries and guards. Neja manifested his divine virtue to all people, answered all their prayers, and helped them meet their needs. This attracted a steady stream of people from far and near to worship at the temple. Half a year passed in peace and prosperity. Meanwhile, East Grand Duke Jiang Wenhuan had been leading attacks against Yohun Pass, and General Do Rong was unable to subdue him. As a result, Li Jing took measures to strengthen this defense and train the soldiers day and night. One day, when the training was over at Wild Horse Mountain, Li Jing passed Jade Screen Mountain on his way home, and was surprised to see all kinds of people, young and old, male and female, passing back and forth before him. "What are all these people doing here?" he asked his men. "About 6 months ago, a god appeared here. He grants every request made of him, gives blessings when asked, and answers prayers when there are disasters. The god's loved and attracts worshippers from all over." One of them replied, "What's the name of this god?" "God Neja." Li Jing was furious. "Halt the army here for a while. I'll go up and have a look," he ordered. Galloping up the mountain, when he got to the temple, he saw a horizontal board on the gate inscribed with "The Temple of God Neja." He entered and found a lifelike image of his son standing between images of secretaries and guards. "You beast! You brought suffering to your parents when you were alive and cheat the people when dead." Li Jing swore. He whipped and smashed the image and kicked the secretaries off their pedestals. Set the temple on fire, he ordered his men, then told the worshippers, "He's not a real god. You mustn't worship him anymore." Thoroughly frightened, they left the place. Li Jing mounted his horse and returned home, his anger unabated. He dismissed his men and entered the back hall to see his wife. "The son you bore gave me enough trouble already. How could you have built that temple for him to deceive the public?" He reprimanded her. "You won't be satisfied until I'm dismissed from my post. You know that Fei Zhang and Yu Hun control the court, and I've never associated with them. Should anyone report to Zhaoge what you did, I would certainly be impeached for encouraging the worship of a false god and would be dealt with seriously. All my years of service would come to nothing. How could you do anything so thoughtlessly? I've already burnt down his temple, and I forbid you to rebuild it. I won't forgive you if you repeat your mistake." On that day, Neja's soul was not in the temple. When he returned at dusk, he was astonished to find it burnt down. The surrounding land was still smoldering and dense smoke filled the air. Two of his secretaries came forward in tears. "What happened?" "Commander Li Jing of Chentang Pass broke your golden image and set fire to the temple. We've got no idea why." The secretaries answered, "Oh, Li Jing, there's no longer any relationship between us. I've already returned my flesh and bones to you. How could you smash my image and burn my temple, leaving me no place to live?" Nija cried in annoyance. He pondered for a long time and decided to go to Qianyun Mountain and ask his master to deal with the problem. After months of worship by the people, he had regained some shape and voice. He soon reached the mountain and was led into the cave by Golden Haze Lad. "Why do you come here? Why don't you stay in your temple?" Fairy Primordial asked him. Nija knelt down and told him what had happened and begged his master to save him. "Li Jing, you've acted wrongly. Nija returned his flesh and bones to you, and has made no trouble on Jade Screen Mountain, yet you've smashed his image, and made it impossible for him to be reincarnated." The immortal thought. "Time's short, and Jiang Ziya will come down soon. Nija must be there to cooperate with him. I must do something to help Nija." He ordered Golden Haze Lad. "Go to the lotus pond and pick 2 lotus flowers and 3 lotus leaves for me at once." Golden Haze Lad brought the flowers and leaves and placed them on the floor. Fairy Primordial pulled all the petals off and arranged them in 3 piles, top, middle and bottom. Then he broke the stems into 300 pieces to represent the 300 bones. Finally, he put a lotus leaf on each of the 3 groups of lotus petals to represent heaven, earth, and man. When this was done, he placed a grain of golden elixir in the center and worked his own vital energies into them. Then he grasped Nija's soul and threw it into the petals, leaves, and stems. "What are you waiting for, Nija? Look, you're a man already!" he cried. There was a tremendous bang, and a boy leapt up before Fairy Primordial. He was young and dashing, with a handsome white face, red lips, shining eyes, and a sturdy body 16 feet tall. Nija, now reincarnated from lotus flowers, kowtowed to Fairy Primordial in gratitude. "It was really terrible of Li Jing to have smashed your image in the temple," his master said to him sympathetically. "Master, I cannot forgive him. I must take revenge," Nija said with emotion. "Come with me to the peach garden, Nija." In an open space in the peach garden, Fairy Primordial handed Nija his fire-tip lance and taught him how to use it. Nija completely mastered the weapon in a short time, and then made ready to leave Qianyun Mountain to take his revenge on Li Jing. "Besides the fire-tip lance, I'll give you 2 wind-fire wheels. When you stand on them, they'll carry you wherever you wish to go at a fantastic speed. I'll tell you the spells, and you can use them as you like," the master said, handing him a leopard skin bag with the universal ring, the sky-muddling damask, and a gold brick. Bidding Nija farewell, he said, "You may go to Chentang Pass now." Nija kowtowed and thanked him. He then took the fire-tip lance, rode off on the wind-fire wheels, and soon arrived at Chentang Pass. "Li Jing, come out to see me at once," Nija shouted loudly. The guard at the gate rushed in. The young master's outside. He's riding on a pair of wind-fire wheels and brandishing a fire-tip lance. He demands that you see him. Rubbish! Shouted Li Jing. How can a dead man come alive again? As he spoke, several more guards rushed in. If you don't go out quickly, he'll fight his way into your living quarters. Li Jing was furious. He grabbed his halberd, leapt on his horse and galloped out of his headquarters. He was astonished to see Ne Zha with his wind-fire wheels and fire-tip lance. He swore loudly. You damned beast! You caused us endless suffering before your death, and now that you've been reborn, you're troubling us again. Li Jing. I returned my flesh and bones to you, and there's no longer any relationship between us. Why did you smash my golden image with your whip and bum down my temple on Jade Screen Mountain? Today, I must take my revenge. He thrust at Li Jing's face, and Li Jing hurriedly parried the blow with his halberd. They fought vigorously. But Ne Zha had marvelous strength, and after 4 or 5 rounds, Li Jing was exhausted. Abandoning the fight, he fled towards the southeast. Li Jing. I won't let you off. I won't stop until I've taken your life. Ne Zha screamed after him. As the wind-fire wheels were much faster than Li Jing's gray horse, Ne Zha soon caught up with him. Panic-stricken, Li Jing jumped down from his horse and mounted a dust cloud. There's nothing special for a Taoist to ride invisibly on the 5 elements. You don't believe you'll get rid of me by riding on the dust, do you?